The NIA has sought a 10-day custody for the suicide bomber Umar Nabi's aide in Delhi blast case. We're talking about Amir Rashid Ali, who's been nabbed by the NIA. And we are now learning that he is eventually going to be in the NIA custody for the 10 days. This is what is the latest update. Remember, Amir Rashid Ali, who was one of the key conspirators who had assisted Umar Nabi, who was driving that car, that I-20. It was purchased by Rashid Ali. He was nabbed by the NIA from the national capital. And now we're learning that it's a 10-day NIA custody that has been granted. And Rashid Ali will be in that NIA custody for these 10 days. So, lot of rigorous questioning that is in the offing. A lot of details will be emerging from this NIA custody that we are learning of for Rashid Ali, Amir Rashid Ali, who was nabbed by the National Investigation Agency in the Delhi blast case. Remember, it has now been established. We had already broken this news on how this person on your screens, with that earlier image that we had also put out of him standing next to that I-20, it was him who had purchased that car. He had travelled to Delhi to make that purchase for a larger terror module, which Umar Nabi also was a part of. And remember, we had put out his image holding that car key that was going viral after CNN News 18 put that image out, and we had tracked that link of the Delhi blast to Kashmir, to Pulwama particularly. And now NIA is also underlining that very fact with this arrest of Amir Rashid Ali. And we're also trying to give you these first images as Rashid Ali is now in NIA custody for the next 10 days. So this is what we are learning of as far as the 10th November Delhi blasts are concerned. 10-day NIA custody has been given to the aide of Umar Nabi. Umar, who was driving that vehicle, the I-20 car that was purchased by Amir Rashid Ali. He is now in NIA custody. He's been nabbed from the national capital. There are certain versions that had also come out from his family members who had mentioned on how he had gone to the national capital a year back, and they did not know about his whereabouts. And finally, NIA got a whiff of his presence somewhere in the national capital, and from there he was taken into custody. And now it's a 10-day NIA custody for Umar Nabi's aide, Amir Rashid Ali. He will be in the NIA custody for more than 10 days, and now more and more details will emerge from his questioning and while he is in custody. My colleague Ananya Bhatnagar is now joining us live from the Patiala House Court. Ananya, very important details that you're tracking for our viewers here on CNN News 18. We had first broken about his NIA arrest and now a 10-day custody.
Well, absolutely a 10-day custody that was demanded by the National Investigation Agency, seeking in fact a 10-day police custody remand of in fact Amir Rashid, who is the brother of Umar Rashid, has been in fact granted to by the Principal District and Sessions Judge of the Delhi's Patiala House Court, Ms. Anju Bajaj Chandna. And in fact, the hearing continued for about 30 to 40 minutes, wherein the NIA detailed down its investigation and the kind of arrest that it has made. The whole, in fact, the proceedings were in camera in nature, but what sources tell us is that the NIA wants to unravel this big chain of events, and hence his 10-day police custody remand has been granted. Whether or not he will be taken out of the national capital to various places is something that is yet not clear. But clearly a 10-day police custody remand suggests that not only is his sustained interrogation necessary, but also that he would be taken out of the national capital, because usually a remand of more than 7 days is taken when the accused has to be taken to in fact various places, and it's a multifaceted investigation that needs to be carried out. And in fact the NIA would leave no stone unturned to actually establish the chain of events, to create a watertight case, and whether Amir Rashid's disclosure would lead to further arrest is something that we'll have to wait and watch for.
Any initial details that are right now emerging? Ananya, you mentioned about how he is going to be taken to the scene of the exact spot where the blast took place, possibly also to the Al Falah University, because there have been direct links of very many details that have emerged from the Al Falah University, including that CCTV image of the car, the I-20 car that was used for the Red Fort blast, that was also stationed at the university campus till 30th of October.
Well, absolutely. In fact, he might be taken to the Al Falah University, but most importantly, he might be taken to the site of that particular blast. Though he was not in that car per se, it was Umar only who was driving that particular car, which is amply clear from, in fact, the CCTV footages, the ample amount of CCTV footages that have come out in the picture. Amir Rashid, remember, is the owner of that I-20 car, and very clearly this was the Patiala House Court from where he was produced, and a 10-day police custody remand of the National Investigation Agency has been granted by the Principal Districts and Sessions Judge. The crime scene recreation is something that could be on the cards of the NIA, though since it was an in-camera proceeding, the detailed submissions of the National Investigation Agency could not be accessed so far. But at this particular point of time, a 10-day police custody remand is usually taken when the person has to be taken somewhere, or there has to be a big chain of events that needs to be established. Griya.
Right, absolutely. Thank you so much for all of those details there, Ananya.